The week has flown by. I hope it was a good one for you. I'm going to get into some picks today. I'm actually going to take a look at Belmont and Santa Anita, a couple of stake races for you with the DRF formulator as my main tool. Love it so much. It has been a good week betting. Football last week was okay, even though that Aaron Donald guy, who I like to call Luke apparently. I don't know. It was a good game though. I did like the Rams, so that was fun. Onwards and forwards as we get into a little bit of a look here at Belmont. I'm actually going to, I'm picking the Frisette. That's going to be a key for me, but I'm going to give you a pick 5 ticket that I'm looking at playing. So we'll focus on the Frisette first. I mean, I can't get past the big favorite in here. I mean, it's just one of those races, right? It's sometimes you just have to take your lumps. It's Echo Zulu. So, you kind of, I'm flipping through here quickly, but kind of scanning the others. Shug, the Frosty Brew looks okay, but went to Laurel to break her maiden, which is all right. She did what she was supposed to do. The Pletcher filly, this one actually I'm kind of interested in, this daughter of Uncle Mo. This was a solid finish. She just needed more ground. She'll get that today. So she could be a possibility. No, this one's, although she ran well in the spin away, I'm just not going in that direction today. Hot Fudge, don't think so, not yet. She looks more like a next year project to me. So it's Echo Zulu. So we'll focus in on her. She'll be the one. These pace figures are very impressive. She crushed in the spin away. So I don't really see a lot else going on in here. The 7 Jester calls No Joy is a possibility too. So I'd focus my tickets on the 6, maybe, I don't know, just because, chaos theory, maybe a little 7 in there. But as for a pick 5, we'll just blow through that kind of quickly. In race number 6, I like 2 horses out of here. The 2 Dark Storm I don't mind, but on my ticket I'm going to take the 4-horse Zoomer off the Tom Morley claim. Those horses are running their eyeballs out for him. I think the race goes through number 7, American Dubai. These figures here, the time form pace figures, so strong. I like the fact that he went on turf last out. I think that's kind of cool. Obviously, Robertino Diodoro does well on a lot of different kind of angles. I mean, he claimed this horse, instantly threw him in really high. Getting back to the 40 is the key. That will be a short price. But again, yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes you skinny up your ticket. It's the last race that I'm going to span out a little bit. Race number 7, I like lots of 6s and 7s today. So the 2 Coworth Park, I don't know what to do with her. I don't like when Pletcher drops these fillies in for a claiming tag. Although she was in for maiden 25, which she won, which at least she did that. Some ambitious placing in stakes events since then. Now you get the layoff, the drop down. They want to move on from her. She could win this race, but she will be overbet, but she could win. So maybe she goes on the ticket. I've more focused on the 6-horse Princess Fawzia. Princess Fawzia, I would flat bet her. I mean, these are such tougher horses she's been facing. Problem is she's developed this habit of quitting, and I don't like it. It can kind of just become a thing with a horse. If she was shortening up today, maybe that would make me a little bit more interested in her, but she's going the mile on the 16th. She gave it up last time. Yes, she gave it up to Love and Thunder and Kitten by the Sea, those kind of horses. So again, I think she'll be overbet. She is a 35 claimer. That's where she can probably do. But I'm kind of hoping that Jose takes her off of the pace and lets her just relax behind. I think that gives her her best opportunity. The 7 More Good Times is one that I was kind of looking at as well. Princess Fawzia, she's so frustrating. But I really want to flat bet her today, but I don't trust her. More Good Times goes to Jorge Abreu after a series of kind of not good races to finish up. And now she's had the rest. Perhaps she comes back strong. She ran well off of a freshening here way back last year. She's faced kind of lesser horses, though. I mean, just on a class standpoint, you think that Princess Fawzia should tower over this field. So again, I've talked myself on and off of her about 1 million times. The outside horse 11, Gambling Cat. I'm a bit against her today. I think the layoff, it was obviously for a reason because she was running. She was in good form. And so you get the extended layoff now. You're not saving a 3-year-old filly just, for a rainy day. She is a turf horse. This is when she should be making her money. And now they drop him for 35. I just don't like the signs there. I think she's for sale, and I'm just going to pass her because that's how it's going to be. Race number 8, this is probably a key as well. I'm not getting stupid here. It's my sister Nat, so we'll just take that one out of the Waya Stakes. We talked about Echo Zulu already. The last race, this is where I'll spread around a little bit. New York breds, so yeah, these races can be tough. Power Up Painter coming off of that scratch, I don't like that, so that one's not going on the ticket. Saratoga Pal is, a possibility. Saratoga Pal coming off a couple of wins. I don't necessarily like playing horses that are on a winning streak like this because it usually necessitates moving up in class when you get on these winning streaks. But obviously he's in good form, so that plays in his favor. The 5 Judge and Jury goes on the ticket. This 99 is too difficult to ignore. The 40 is ugly, but he was in way too tough. The 6 River Dog, not a very inspiring pattern of a huge race and then a couple of not so huge races, but he obviously has talent. Hopefully it's still there somewhere. Sometimes it can get lost along the way. And the 7 Steam Engine is another one that will go on the ticket just because of his speed. If he slips away in here, they might be chasing him. I honestly don't think he can win, but I might put him in just like a tiny small ticket just because speed is king. The 2 Bronx Bomber, probably a little bit more likely horse to play in that situation. So moving on now to Santa Anita, I'm just going to look at one race quickly here. And this is later on. I got a couple of stake races. There's a couple of races I quite like today. Race 2, the 6 horse Prince Obama, depending on what his price is probably going to be a play for me. But here, this is a turf race, a mile in Zuma Beach. It's a good little race, this one. There's a horse that I quite like, and it's the 5 horse Silver Surfer. McKinnon obviously is going to take a ton of play, deservedly so. The last couple of races have been really, really strong. So yeah, we like that one. But I'm going to take the 5 horse Silver Surfer. Phil D'Amato and his European shippers, they do so well. They tend to win right off the bat. This horse ran into a little bit of trouble last time out. Now he gets the switch over to Flavien Prat, who rides the turf course so well and rides extremely well for Phil D'Amato also. So Silver Surfer and the 4 horse McKinnon look to me to be the ones there in race number 8 at Santa Anita. Can't believe another week's gone by. It's been a good week. I hope, boy, this betting for a living. Should we spill some tea? No, it's so much fun. Like, I'm really enjoying myself, but it's amazing how you can go through these, one day it's like, I'm brilliant. The next day, I'm an idiot. So I think confidence and sort of play to your strengths definitely is something that I've found very important. The losing streaks come, they're inevitable, but to get back to basics and kind of remember what works for you. When you get a couple wins under your belt, it's amazing how the tide can turn. So, to me, when things start to go a little bit sketchy, I like to find a couple of races that I really think are going to be pretty easy. And it might be an even odds horse that I play a little exacta with and try to get a $15 exacta out of it. And that can turn the tide. Football today. Let's go with... what did I have last week? I had a 2 out of 4. I don't know. Cleveland and Minnesota game. I played Minnesota earlier in the week when it was +2. It's dropped now to +1. I'm not sure. I think the value's kind of gone on that game, but I still like Minnesota in against Cleveland. The Indy-Miami game. Miami's just not that good. Indy's not that good either. But I do like Indy to be able to cover there. It was -2 for Miami, and that's now at 2.5. And the Washington-Atlanta game, another game I'm going to take. Atlanta is getting a 1.5. I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta to flat out win that game over Washington, so at home. So that's it for me. Have an excellent Sunday. Really enjoy yourselves and play to your strengths. Pick your spots. Very important. Don't overextend. Guard the bankroll and have a winning day. We'll see you next week.